everyone, it's Anne with Let's Get Naked podcast back with another mini-sode. Today we're going to talk about the story of the man in the arena. For those that haven't heard The Man in the Arena, it's like a poem or a saying, I guess, by Theodore Roosevelt. It was brought into my awareness by Brene Brown, who I adore and have devoured every one of her books years and years ago. I think she's amazing. Also, not a very popular topic of what she deals with shame and vulnerability. I've now taken up the charge in my own way as far as the vulnerability. But I'm going to read this to you and then kind of tell you why it's so important to me. So, it is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly. I think it's super important because a lot of people are doing their own lives from the sidelines. They're not plugging in a powerful way or a meaningful way. They're scared of failure. They're scared of what other people will think. And I just feel like how different the world would be if more people were willing to step up to the plate and swing for the fence. And will you fail? Most certainly. It's not a scary thing. I think part of the reason why my life has been the way that it has is because I'm not afraid to step up and swing for the fence on anything. And if I'm failing, it means I'm learning and I'm getting back up again and I'm doing. The Man in the Arena also really highlights that it's not for the critic on the sidelines who's watching to give feedback or to give criticism. And I wholeheartedly believe that. If you're not in your own arena or in the arena putting up your own, whatever it is, whatever your contribution is meant to be, or whatever things that you're trying. If you're not doing that, to me, I'm not even interested in your criticism because you don't know what it's like to be in the arena, to understand what blood, sweat, and tears looks like as you're fighting for whatever it is that you believe in life. So the Man in the Arena is so incredibly powerful for that reason. I think that we're live in a culture that is completely obsessed with criticism and performance. The social media in our world has turned to what is not even a connection thing anymore. It is actually just a disgusting platform, if you ask me, and I realize it's a necessary evil, but it is a disgusting platform for people to be able to sit behind their phones and their keyboards and fire off whatever their stupid negative minds think. And I'm not coming from this place of I get it, everyone's just doing the best that they can. But fuck you. If you don't have the balls to get in the arena for something, but you want to sit on the sidelines and critique what other people are doing as they're in their own arenas, you're not helping anything. And if you don't realize that negativity that you're putting out there is just bringing more negativity to yourself based on the law of attraction and all sorts of other things that go into that, that's on you. I encourage people, get in the arena, figure out what that looks like. When we fail, when we stumble, we learn from that. And then what are you going to do about it? Don't feel like sitting on the sidelines is the right move. In that situation, perfectionism and fear of judgment paralyze action, right? Roosevelt reminds us that even just trying is noble. Even just swinging for the fence is there's growth to be had there, and that's where purpose is. Critics are often loud but irrelevant, and so also going into your life with that. Another talking point was just we must redefine failure for our children and for ourselves. In my house, everyone watches me fail. I stumble all the time in the most beautiful way because you just turn that into part of the dance. So if you're intimidated by something, if it scares you, use that excitement, use that fear as fuel. People really need to reevaluate their relationship with fear because if it scares you, if it's it makes you afraid, there's a lot of excitement that's in that. Use that for fuel. And I think that's all I'm going to say about that.